All right, I think we're live again. Maybe we are live. And maybe I'll get feedback.
New safety trade alert, new safety trade alert. New safety trade alert, new safety trade alert. New safety trade alert, new safety trade alert.
All right, now let's see if that worked. All right, now we are live. Testing, get a little feedback, see if we're getting see what our delay is here. All right, now there we go. We are live and we are rocking. All right. I'm going to throw in this in Telegram, let people know. Live on YouTube this morning. Any questions that I can about EAs as well as trade the market open. Throw up a link in there. All right. Well, if no one comes in, if they do, I'm going to get this all cleaned up so I can actually see what's going on here. And I am trading Kevin Grego's now trademarked market safety trade system. And I am going to trade market open. I'm trading on my M Solutions prop firm account. So basically what happened with M Solutions is I did submit for a payout, and I had about $700. It's cost me $120 for the account, and I was up about $700. So I figured that's a good number. And what they did is they take the profit and they divide the profit by 2, and anything above that number is excluded. So I had 2 trades that were above that number. And I think that number was, maybe it was $680. So I had 2 trades that had more than $340 in profit in them. They excluded them. So they excluded about $700 in profit, which they then removed from my account and put me in the negatives and said they couldn't pay me. So this is the game that prop firms play. And this is why I want to get away from prop firms. But I still have the account, so I might as well keep trying to trade it. It does give me something to do to trade on and play with the system, which I enjoy. So it looks like we got 1 viewer. Thank you very much for coming in. And if you would, give me that thumbs up. I could use it. And basically, I'm going to drag this chart on. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at this morning. I'm specifically looking at the overnight movement on the US 30 right now. Here we went up yesterday afternoon. I did not catch this because I was not paying attention. And then we kind of just trailed down. This actually was a nice entry here. And as you can see on this, it went, maybe if that'll get out of the way, it went 3 green bars, red, and then green, green. And that's what we're setting up for again here. So we are on a delay, maybe about 20 or 30 seconds. I'm not sure. I can't unfortunately, I don't have any control over how much YouTube delays me. So,
New safety trade alert. New safety trade alert.
and as we can hear in the background, we got a new safety trade alert. So that is the scanner system, also from the Kevin Grego system. And let's see what we've got. Silver is a sell stop. So I've got the 1 minutes turned off. I listen to the 5 minutes, but I'm really looking for 15-minute. So in general, I'm looking at trying to do this a little more safely and do the 15-minute, 1 hour. You can run the 15-minute, 30-minute, which is what I had pulled up. So I'm looking for a pullback here. And then I'm looking for this to break out and up. And on the 15-minute chart, or on the 30-minute chart, it has also pulled back. On the 60-minute chart, this is a valid entry, but I would like to see this pull back just a little bit more. So right in this level, coming down to this moving average here. So let's just run through. I'm going to run through the indices, the other indices this morning, and see if I see anything that excites me. I got, 24 minutes to market open. So I've got Capital Com and SPX. And let's see, we just dropped back below this blue line moving average. So this is the blue line scanner. US 100, US 500 are both below. US 30 is above. Let's go. So I like this. Also, this on the on US 500, and I've got 8 caps feed, which also looks good. Slightly different feeds. And where are we at on US 30? So really, we're bouncing back and forth on these scanners. Did it just bounce back up? Yeah, it's just that scanner's usually a minute behind, so it's right on the line there. And US 100 actually looks that's a prime entry on the 15-minute here. If this doesn't cross over and keep going down, if this pushes up at market open, I'm seeing all this kind of push back up at market open is what I'm seeing here. Been trailing down. And if you want to play the 1 minute, this actually was a 1 minute, good 1 minute entry. I'm trying to get away from playing the 1 minute entries. The gambler in me wants to just play. And this is the sniper system. It shows it right here. It shows the sniper rising up here against a flat blue line here. And it came up. You got red, green, red. This was a good entry. I would have put a sell stop right here or right here, somewhere in between those two moving averages. And I would have tried to pick this up coming down. And we would have picked it up right in here. We'd be in the money. Depending on the spread, we might still be fighting this. But I'm staying away from that. I'm going to let it go. I am definitely waiting for market open on these. And I'm actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to set, let's go back to US 30. While I'm talking, let's see here, right in there. I'm going to set that. Right in there. Let's look at the 1 minute, see if I'm zoom in just a little bit. Yeah, that looks about right. And that's how I do these charts. It's not about numbers because every feed is slightly different. What I'm looking at is I am looking at how the bars match up for me. That's just the way I do it. So that looks about right. And then, guys, if you have anything you want me to look at this morning, throw it in chat, and I will look up and see if I see anything that excites me in chat this morning, or in. I'm going to look through the rest of the indices and the pairs. But if you have something specifically you want me to look at as a pair and see how it forms on the chart, by all means, shout out. So I don't even know why I have German 30 on here. I don't trade really German 30. Japanese 225, I put those on there because one of the news trading systems that I'm looking at, the premium button, by Jay Blanked is going to be, I believe, looking at the Japanese 225 as a news trading. So I threw it up there to look at, but honestly, there's not much. I don't use those. I also don't trade oil. It just moves. Let's just take a look at oil. And it's actually moving a little bit here, but the spreads on my chart, it just doesn't really move enough for me. And that's probably a good thing. I guess it's, but I just feel like it's really hard to beat the spread on that and the slow movement. But it probably, if you pick the right direction, it just slowly plods that way. I mean, if we look at this chart back to January 24th, it just slowly plodded up. Now it's slowly plodding down. Take a look at gold this morning. Kind of missed some movement here in gold. East Coast time, so about 6:15. Yeah, I didn't sleep well last night. I didn't get up. Unfortunately, my work has been, I've been getting up at 5 a.m. to go to work every morning, which is why I haven't been able to live trade much. And it's kind of hurt me on the live trading. But fortunately, I'm off today, so I get a chance to do that. So it looks like I missed a move on gold, and it's kind of moving up. That might pull back at market open. I'll just wait for a better entry. This was a decent little move here. Silver, I haven't gotten into trading silver. How you use the back testing on PAI with 5 multiple currencies. Ivan Co. asked, could you show us how to do the back testing on PAI with 5 multiple currencies? Yeah, I can show you that. The thing on that for back testing on multiple currencies for me is I do each currency individually. And let me see if I have PAI on this server. Okay, let's pull this up. So this is the same server I've got 8cap on. I'm running a demo. So we've got PAI, Waka Waka, and Golden Pickaxe. So all you're going to do is you're going to run to your strategy tester on here. Now, I will say this. For back testing, I've got this running on MT4. I really like MT5 a whole lot better. And actually, while I'm doing this, let me pull my chart up on a different screen just in case something changes, so I'm not paying attention to it. Okay, so what we do is you would run each back test individually. Now, the other thing you can do is, the problem with back testing, I've never found that back testing with PAI will pull in the machine learning data. So it will help generate machine learning data, but it won't pull it in. And I don't have on here the news filters. So Valerie Trading does provide news for that. But all you're going to do is you're going to pull in a date. And I don't know if, let's just run this to today. We'll run it on the 5-minute. And so basically you're going to run this on every currency. You're going to go to expert properties. And here's what you're going to do is you're on MT4. I'm not going to mess with the optimization settings, but you can just set your settings. Say you wanted it on significant risk. So you won't be using the fixed lot, or none of that would count. And we just run down settings that we want to use. And I pretty much leave all the settings the same, other than the news filters. We got visual mode going. Speed that bad boy up. And basically, I'm just going to run that through on each different pair and see the results. So I'm not running it on all 5 or 6 pairs at the same time. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, Ivan. If you got more questions, just shoot them up there. I'll be more than willing to try and answer them for you. But you're just going to run that on each one. If I had MT5 pulled up on here, I would show you there's some really a lot. The MT5 backtester is a lot better. I just don't have it pulled up right now to do that. I could probably do a full video on the back testing on that, but I'd have to download. She does have a downloadable file for news that you can load when you're running the back tests, which would help you, but it still won't help you with the machine learning on that. And then we can just see it looks like it hasn't taken any trades on that at all, which that's fine. Not enough historical data on from that date. All right, stop. So another thing you can do, go to the chart that you're working on, and you can do this. You hit, we're going to load more bars. So first we're going to go charts. We're going to max this out. And then we're going to go to the OddCAD chart. We're going to hit, I think it's function and home, control and home on this. And we're going to load as many bars as we can. All right. So we should have had it back to April 7th. Let's take visual. Let's just do visual mode again and see if it loads. Now that we've loaded more bars on there. No movement on US 30. I got to look over at that chart. It's creeping back up on me. Let's see, not enough data. I may need to go in, and this may be running the wrong version. What's 2.1.8? Let me just see if I can pull up a new one. Let's just go back a month. Yeah, it's showing not enough historical data. I'll have to look in on that because it should back test on that, but it's not pulling it in. So I'll apologize, Ivan. I can't answer that one right now. Let's see. Yes, you're exactly correct. It will have a different. It does have different testing if you're not running all the pairs because it's not going to enter into all of the pairs at the same time. It is limited. What I'm looking for is any trade that would blow the account. And I don't know, maybe someone out there who's watching or someone in my Telegram later that watches this knows, I don't know of a great way to test all the pairs at the same time. I just don't know of that. I only know of the way on to do this is to test each pair individually. So if someone else has a better answer out there, let me know for sure, because that's one thing I've always struggled with when you're running multiple pairs. But unfortunately, I guess I can't answer your question because it's not even showing that. And let me switch back to our chart over here. Got a little bit of upward movement before the market opened. Let's run through some. So yeah, not only the margin, Ivan, would account on that, but also its limits how many pairs it opens. And because it's got different settings, the unique mode, it won't necessarily, everyone's going to be opening different stuff. That's a very hard, the PAI is a very hard bot to back test, which is why I just forward tested it on demo and then why I show my live results. Let's just run through OddCAD here. Looks like a nice little cup forming, but not an entry for me. Oh, you know what? Pound euro. We'll get down to pound euro. Did some movement overnight. Odd US getting into that 1 hour long-term buy stop. Let's look at the 1 hour, 4 hour. This will take days to
New
play
safety
out,
trade alert. New safety trade alert.
UK 100. Yeah, not interested in that. Let's look at 60, 240, 1 hour, 4 hour chart. So on this, man, I don't know. I feel like this is going to drop a
New
little
safety
bit more
trade alert. New
in
safety
here,
trade
but
alert.
it definitely is wants to push back up. That's a good long-term play. I don't, once again, not a financial advisor, but I do like that if you have small lot size and really waiting for that to push back up, because it looks like overall since mid-January it's on an upward trend, and it's in that, looks like it's right in that pattern going up, and then we've got this up, down, up, hooks down, and I think it's going to move right in here and come back up. Let's look at, let's see what time we got. Oh, we got 9 more minutes. Let's look at Euro Pound this morning. Look at that movement. I had some trades open on that, and it has been just trailing down forever. When you look at this 4 hour chart and just this trail down. And I think it's probably going to peak and then come right back down. You got some news events that might adjust that, but man, that's just, look at that channel on that chart, just working its way down. All right, let's go back to my 15-minute, 1 hour. Those are all longer term plays. For that's I got the bots that really trade my long-term stuff. It's more of what I'm into. Let's see where we're at with US 30. Coming back up. Oh, looks like we entered. So it did peak up, picked me up on this. I'm on the 15-minute chart, so I'm going to set my, maybe if I can grab it, set my stop loss at the pivot point, or just below the pivot point. And I'm not going to limit my upward motion. Let me see here. I'm going to set, if it pulls back, I'm going to set another one. If it just keeps going up, I'm not. So in this system, it recommends setting two trades. It recommends setting 2 trades and having a set goal for profit on one, which honestly, we're really close on this account where I would be close to taking $20, $50 profit and then letting the other one run. So we're risking $149. I could tighten this up a little bit, but I don't. Market open has a bad tendency for me to slam down and close my trade and then go right back up, with is what I'm expecting. So I'm giving this a little leeway, and I'm not opening run trades. So on this, it's a prop firm account. M Solutions, I'm not ever, they're going to find every excuse to not pay me. So I'm not going to worry about them too much. If I lose this account or lose money, it's not the end of the world. Let's take a look at the chart here. Yeah, so it's doing what I thought. It's coming right back up, market open. I have this feeling that it's going to continue this upward trend that we're on here on market open and just keep going up. I could be wrong. If it goes up much more, I'll lock in my profit. So we're at $50. And I know I struggle with this. Thanks, Ivan, for actually asking a question, even though I really wasn't able to answer it for you right here. I struggle with the ability to make a live stream of trading any more fun than it actually really is, like watching paint dry. So, see if we catch a good runner and this thing goes up. Like I said, if it does pull back down at market open, I will set another buy here. But if it's just going to be the one, I think I'm just going to let this run up. My goal on this profit is $300 to $400, but I'm not going to limit myself. I've decided this time with M Solutions, because of the way they took away my profit last time, I'm going to run this up to $2,000 or $3,000 and then try and make a cash out of a couple grand. We'll see what happens. I'm sure they'll find lots of reasons to exclude any trade they can. So let's see where we're at. 5 minutes to market open. All right, here we go. Coming back down a little bit, getting some of that pre-market movement. And I only have the one chart pulled up. I have, let's see what's, so I actually think NAS might be a good position to jump into here. Let me look at the NAS chart. Wow, I kind of like that too for market open on the 15-minute. Here, let's see where we're at. That's quite a bit of movement up to grab that. Let's throw an order in on NAS. Quite a bit of upward movement on NAS to actually catch that, but we're just going to throw that in case it just takes a screamer on us, runs up. We'll come back to our open trade here. If it doesn't, by 10 o'clock, I'm kind of done with my market open trading, and I'm back to letting the bots do their thing. For me, I don't want to spend every day in front of the computer trading, coming in and doing an hour in the morning, drinking my cup of coffee, waking up, it's fine. But I don't want to do this every day. I want to be able to spend more time with the family. And I still, unfortunately, do have that 9-to-5 job that I have to go to most of the time. As I spill coffee on me. Because, it's that kind of a morning. So Ivan, I think what I'll do is I will do maybe I'll do a video on back testing, because that's something I'm still learning, always learning about. But I'll do a video on back testing different EAs, and it's really kind of boring. The thing about back testing is because of all the when you start putting in like your optimization testing, which is what I've been doing on MT5, it's running hundreds of scenarios, and then it's telling you what's the best. So it might be a little boring, but we can definitely run a back testing video. I don't know if on live, if that would be great. But if you have specific things you want to know, for sure, shoot them to me in the Telegram group, and I will take a look at that, and we'll see what we can do. Hey, we're up to 6 viewers. Hopefully we get some thumbs up on there. I can use some thumbs up on that. And we got Ivan chatting. And here we go. Okay, this is what I kind of was expecting to see on this, was the peak up and a little bit of pullback, and I'm really hoping and expecting that it's gonna come up, pull back, and then it's gonna shoot up, which is the safety trade system. This is exactly what we're looking for on this chart, is that peak up, pull back. So let's look at, so on the 1 minute chart, it actually peaked up and was a sell stop, which I'm already in the buy, but all we're doing is forming this. Oh, that's the wrong. Let's make sure we're looking at the right one. Okay, so it did that peak up and it's doing the pullback right before open. And then I am expecting it hopefully to continue to scream up on that. And NAS actually just did a sell, and it's looking like it's going to pull back and peak up again also. So 1 minute to market open. I'm going to get the right screen on. Okay. It did that. I'm going to double down on that. And one of these, when it gets to about $30 to $50 profit, I'm just going to close it when it gets there. If it drops down all the way down here, I lose 149 bucks. All right, picked up my other one. Let's just take this. Well, I'm not going to get it up there in time. Okay, I got the profit on that. And here's market open. Just doing what we thought. Pull back, push up. and $100. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and grab that and we're going to set our stop loss there. Let runners run, right? Okay. We're not going to lose on it, but we're not going to win if it crashes back down. We're going to let that run up and try and make us some money. What do we do on... We already closed one. No, Oddcat. I got PAI run on this too, but we already closed one for $50 this morning, so we can let this run. My goal is, if I make $50, $100, $200 on a prop firm in the morning, I'm super happy with that. Let's go back and look at where we're at with... we did not get the movement, the open movement on US 100. SPX skyrocketed. I didn't even look really at SPX. I should have, but I didn't. Oh, we're going to come right back down and get me, aren't we? Keep going. Keep going, buddy. This is the hardest part for me, is letting this run up and not closing it when it was at $100. That's what I really struggle with in the system, which is why you open 2 trades. We locked one in for $50 profit, and now we're just letting this one do what it does to see if we can make more. If it closes out at even, it did. It dropped right back down and got me. So did it actually take me for a loss on that? It did hit me for a $12 loss on that, but that's okay. We closed that one out for 50. And let's take a look at the chart and see what we're thinking here. So it really would have to drop back down into this range for me to want to re-enter. So I'm not going to re-enter that. Let's see what we're doing with NAS. NAS is creeping up. So we still have that trade on NAS that we can see how that goes. NAS is just a little slower moving sometimes than SPX and the Dow. Actually, let's just go ahead and let's do the same thing. Since I don't have a Dow open, let's go ahead and drop in 2. And see how it works out. See if it picks those up. If it doesn't pick those up in the next 5 or 10 minutes, I'll probably close them out, be done for my open session. Should be close, real close to picking those up. And if it does break up, that's what we're looking for. See if this pulls back and gives me another entry. I don't really see that. And that was a beautiful open right there. I just hadn't really looked at it. If we'd looked at that one, let's look at it on the 8 cap. Same chart. It's just beautiful. It comes in, hooks down, hooks up, hooks down. We've got all the signals right there. Boom, breaks up. That would have been a good trade this morning too. I didn't take it. I took the US 30. It was profitable. Not hugely, but it was profitable. And it's going back up again. Now, here's the other question. Had I left my stop loss down below the pivot point, I think I would still be in that trade. But I also wanted to lock it in purely for profit. So let's see. Did we get back down on US 30, 15-minute? Yeah, we never came down. So this is where I had set my stop loss in here. Like I'd set that right there. We never got down. We would still be riding that trade up if I had wanted to gamble with the with losing the 150. I was already 50 in. I moved it up to a break-even point. I'm okay with that, but that's just the way it is. Come on. Remove. I can never get these lines to... Let's go back and see how we're doing on this. It's not gonna, doesn't want to pick us up. Let's see, what's our day looking like here? We made 57 here. Let's see, what did PAI made us? About 13 bucks there, and we lost 12.40, 13 and 12 there. Yeah, we're up 56 bucks on this account today. Guys, I think unless there's other questions, I'm going to call that a morning for me and log off. So I'm going to close those trades out. Don't forget, do me a favor, hit the like, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're not, and I'll see you on the next one.